Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Ladies and germs, welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
You got anything going on?
No.
That's fun. We got a Patreon page. If you want to check that out, you can go to patreon.com/arcadeaudio.
No, I didn't want to talk about that.
If you want to, donate some money every month to support the podcast, the things that you like, you can feel free to do that. If you don't want to do that, that's fine too. You can keep listening for free.
Just tell a friend.
Yeah, just tell a friend and have them donate in your honor.
One of my favorite things from
and you get stuff for it. You're not giving us money for free. You will get bonus episodes and swag and postcards and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. One of my favorite things as a child and as an adult is watching infomercials.
Yeah,
I
like
love
Ronco
infomercials.
Knives and
Ron Popeil is my main man.
Yeah,
and
he's like the patron saint of TV.
Patreon saint of
there you go.
TV. He I believe it was for the Showtime Rotisserie Barbecue.
Okay. Yep.
There was an offer. It was either that or the Ronco food dehydrator. Either way, it was.
What the fuck would you use a food dehydrator for?
You make jerky, you make your own fruit roll-ups, you dry fruit.
Okay. See, that's the kind of thing where you're like, you know what? I guess I do need one.
Yeah. You know what? I actually want to
invent a problem, then solve it.
I want to make jerky.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I'll make jerky tonight.
Okay.
Fuck it. I'm making jerky tonight. But he said this thing, and this is where I heard this phrase, this concept. He said, you'll get it for however much, $39.99. But if you promise to tell a friend, so we can get some word of mouth advertising. I'd never heard word of mouth before.
I love this.
He was like, I'll give you a second one for free.
A second food dehydrator.
Or maybe he was like, he would knock a payment off.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever
That's
it was.
Still pretty good.
He was like, if you promise to tell a friend, so we can get some word of mouth advertising. And he said it over and over again.
I love that. So like the thing is, they are going to knock that payment off regardless. So you're not actually getting, you're not saving anything. And now you might actually still feel obligated to tell somebody about it. That's so good.
Did you ever, there was a show called Pitchmen.
No. I know it was hosted maybe by.
It was Billy Mays and the British fella.
The British Billy Mays.
William Masington. And it was on like TLC or something. And it was basically, I think it was like a competition show where people would pitch their shit to them.
Right, sure.
And then they would get it or whatever. But they would do like the math and the psychology of like the payment structure. I
love that.
And it was so interesting.
Yeah.
Because they were like, okay, how much do you want to sell this for?
Right, like,
and it was
$50.
like, yeah. And they were like, well, you should sell it for
80.
Yeah, it was basically like what you will make is $49.95.
Right.
First, you start asking $100.
Right.
And then you keep knocking payments down.
Right,
it was.
Right.
It
so
was.
I bet you ask for 100, and then you lay out all the cool shit it does, and then you go, you know what?
How much would you pay for this? $100. And then there was a Ronco thing, and he was like, I bet you'd you'd think that this would be worth $200. Well, it's not. We're not even going to charge you $150. We're not even going to charge you $100. So like they start out by telling you it's worth $200. Right. And then by knocking it down like 6 times, you're like psychologically you're like,
holy shit, I can't afford not to have this.
Yeah.
Except for me personally, when I hear like, it's probably worth $200, but we're going to sell it to you for $30. I'm like, no, fuck off. Like, you're not just going to eat $170 of cost, but the average person who's not like
a genius like you.
Exactly. Thank you. But yeah, who's like sleep deprived, had 3 beers, it's 3 a.m. and they're like, fuck, I guess I need to get the dehydrator.
Yeah. It works.
Yeah. My favorite commercial of theirs that I can remember was the Ronco knives, because at one point he brought in his like cousin. It was like cousin Sal, and he was like the cut up. Well, excuse the pun. And he would just be like doing like bits as he was like doing the knife demonstration. It was a lot of fun.
There was a set of knives. They were not the Ronco knives. It was some other set, and they seemed very cool. And there was one knife in particular that was called the Adirondack knife. One knife in the set. And
that sounds awesome. Tell me more about that.
That knife is fucking tight.
Yeah, I'd pay $20 just for the Adirondack.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones that they throw in for free.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I wish I could like remember what that knife set. If anyone remembers what that knife set was called, so that I can watch it on YouTube and we can get some word of mouth advertising. Tweet us at dilettanteball, DILETTANTEBALL hashtag.
Wait, there's more.
But with 2 T's.
Thank you. The other thing I liked about the Ronco knives was as they would introduce more knives, they would cut to this graphic of a big cutting board, like a big wooden cutting board, and the knives that would appear.
Boing, boing.
So you could tell after the third or fourth time that there's a bunch of space left over on that wooden cutting board, so you're gonna see a bunch of knives.
We in college, I made like video sketches with my friends, and we made one for a our sketch group, whatever. We made one for like a video game system, but it was like a very shitty. Have I ever shown you this?
Yes, it's very funny.
It was like a very shitty video game system, and we did that thing at the end. It was like you get the home game, and we just like had a bunch of stuff
the screen with If memory serves, your video game console was a VCR.
It was a VCR that we put Nintendo 64 games into, and the I'll see if I can find it and post it.
Yeah,
but
we don't want to ruin all the jokes, but
just when you watch it, keep in mind that I made it like 10 years ago.
I don't know. I think it holds up.
I feel like it mostly holds up.
All right. Anyway,
you want to get an article?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, donate to us on Patreon if you want. If not, tell a friend so we can get some word of mouth advertising.
Thank you.
You want to see what we got here?
How much would you say our Patreon's worth? $7,000.
Oh God, I thought mine was high.
All right.
Yeah. I wasn't going to tell the listeners this, but I accidentally clicked on the button to bring up the article before we even started recording.
Wow.
So I
closed,
I shut my laptop real quick. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it. So I'm gonna lift it up for the reveal.
Okay. Oh boy, what is it?
We are.
Oh no.
We're haunted in some way. It's not Svalbard. It's not Brian the Bachelor.
Okay.
Riata.
What is that? What is
We've gotten this article before.
I don't recall this. I know you're right, but I don't recall this. Maybe that's why we're haunted, is because I need to put these things in my head.
Let me see.
I need to be Slumdog Millionairing, and I'm just not. The name does ring a bell.
I want to see. It wasn't even that long ago.
What the fuck?
It was episode 228.
And what are we on? 229?
Let's see. We are on. This is only 237.
Dude, what the heck?
This was 10 weeks ago.
Riata. But wait, there's more.
Why does this happen? There are so many articles.
There are there are hundreds of millions of articles.
There's something with the algorithm. There must be something with the algorithm that
that it wants to have this. But why Riata?
No, I think that it's maybe because
it favors certain ones.
Isn't there no such thing as like a true random number generator or something like
probably
that?
Not. Yeah, probably not. There's sure.
So maybe like the ones, there are some that we, most of them are like random, but then there are some that are just more likely to pop up because of that imperfect random number generator.
Sure. Yeah, maybe each article has like a string of numbers or letters to it. But yeah, there's like a weird, like this one's shorter. Like certain articles are shorter characters, so they tend to pop up more.
This is weird.
Well, let's talk about Riata.
Riata, or Riata, also Riata.
Oh, now I remember.
Was a Gaelic overkingdom that included parts of western Scotland and northeastern Ireland on each side of the Northern Channel. At its height in the late 6th to early 7th centuries, it encompassed roughly what is now Argyll in Scotland and part of County Antrim in the Irish province of Ulster.
Ulster?
Ulster.
Like spelled like a Yule log?
Ulster.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, my bad. Maybe there's what
do we need to know about this? Last time we figured there was something we needed to know about Svalbard.
Right.
What do we need to know about Riata?
So it's very old, and maybe it is haunted, and maybe we need to cleanse the area.
Well, I'll skip to religion and art.
Perfect.
No written accounts exist for pre-Christian Riata.
Okay, so there you go.
We need to figure out what happened before the Christians got there.
what were the Christians doing that they came in and burned all the libraries or whatever?
I think that's just kind of what they do.
Oh my God.
And the earliest known records come from the chronicles of Iona and Irish monasteries. Adam Mann's Life of St. Columba implies a Christian Riata. Whether this is true cannot be known.
Whoa.
The figure of Columba looms large in any history of Christianity in Riata.
Columbia?
Adam Mann's life, although useful as a record, was not intended to serve as a history, but rather as a hagiography. Hagiography?
Sure. That's they use sheep stomach to divine the future.
Fuck. That sounds very real.
Yeah, it does. Actually, maybe be what it is.
Because the writing...
There is such a thing as hierospasy, which is, or hieromancy maybe, which is using blood to discern...
Hieromancy?
Yeah, Hiro, I believe. Or no, harumancy? Haru? Anyway, the point is, there's all kinds of weird shit to like figure out the future. So maybe that is one of those things.
What's like...
Haruspasy?
What's phlebotomy? What's...
The study of phlebes.
Phlebotomy is...
blood stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking phlebes. What's your favorite like way of divining the future?
I like casting bones. Casting bones is
cool.
pretty good.
I didn't know there was blood stuff, but that's pretty cool.
I believe it's haruspasy, if I'm not mistaken. I learned it from Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
Which is why my mom probably didn't want me to play that shit. Because I learned about all kinds of weird black arts.
You say now as you're wearing like all black with a shirt with like a
Baphomet symbol.
a satanic like pirate ship on it.
My hat has a pentagram on it.
And when you got here, you told me about witch house music. So
I guess your plan backfired, Ma. Here I am, full-grown man who worships Satan.
As you said that, I looked over and saw my special edition Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace box set with Darth Maul on it, who is the
devil.
The devil. That's all.
The devil incarnate.
Yeah, casting bones is cool. In Harry Potter, I really think that reading the tea leaves is very cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Which is like apparently a real thing that people do.
Sure. Yeah. What are some other ways? Can you use the star? I suppose stars. That's an interesting one because that's sort of like everything's set in stone, and we just need to like it reveals itself in time as the stars.
Like the centaurs.
The centaurs? Yeah, right. Exactly.
Mars is bright tonight. They're so cool because that's exactly how they are. They're like so cryptic about everything, but they're just like, everything, like all you have to do is look up at the sky,
right.
and it's all right there, and there's nothing we can do. And there's, I think it's in the first book, you run into like 3 or 4 centaurs, and the first thing they say is like, Mars is bright tonight.
In the first book?
When they go,
oh yeah, right. You're totally right.
It's so cool. And then Hagrid's like, these fucking centaurs.
Yeah, can they talk straight for once?
But to them they're all like, well, Mars is bright.
Which it implies something that we just don't get.
So much. Yeah, so cool.
What are some other ways? Are there other ways?
Speaking of things being set in stone like that, though, that's kind of the way. Not to get too like
10 Commandments.
Yes, that's how I feel everything is.
Oh, interesting.
Like
it's all predetermined.
Not even that it's predetermined, but like whatever. I mean, I guess it is predetermined.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still have the choice to do stuff, but that's the choice that you were always going to make.
Yeah, right. Yeah, which some people have a hard time with because it's like, well, then nothing actually matters because it's like, well, you still have to make those choices, but you were always going to make that choice.
Exactly.
Right. It's a
like,
real subtle difference.
Even if at the last minute you're like, I want chocolate ice cream.
Right.
It's like you're always going to get chocolate ice cream.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's like what's that? The story is it? It's not Antigone. It's who's the guy that like screwed his mom and killed his father?
Oedipus.
Yeah. So do you know how that starts? You probably do. Mm-hmm. So like the king gets a prophecy from somebody who says your son's gonna kill you. He's like, well, no, he's not, because I want to banish him to the mountains.
Yeah.
And then like long story short, it still happens.
Yeah.
And the act of the king banishing his son is what set it in motion in the first place. It's really interesting.
Cool. That the Terminator 3 is a bad movie.
I can't wait for this.
But like there's and Terminator 2 as well is a good movie, but there's a lot of cool stuff in Terminator where it's basically like with Judgment Day, it's like Judgment Day is still going to happen. You just put it off by like 5 years.
Right.
And then in the third one, it's like they think they're stopping everything, But in the end, like I forget exactly how it goes, but like the very end of the movie, they're basically like in a bunker and they think they're stopping everything, but by them going into the bunker, it
Right.
really sets off the chain of events that was going to happen.
Right. And Terminator 1 spoilers. The what's his name? Malcolm Gladwell that goes back in time to like save John Connor.
Oh, wait, John Connor is not in the first one.
No, but he goes back in time to save Sarah
Connor?
Who's Sarah Connor?
Kyle Reese.
Kyle Reese, exactly. And Kyle Reese ends up becoming the father of the Resistance, which the Resistance wouldn't have happened if he hadn't gone back in time. It's crazy.
So everything is time travel.
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, not to talk about Harry Potter more, but
Well, we're here.
in the third book, I love the time travel in the third book because everything happens, and the first time you read it through, you think it's one thing,
Right.
and then the second time you read it through, you're like, oh, this sound of
actually-
the axe was not. It was a pumpkin, not Buck. Like every
Right.
single thing is like.
But what I love
oh.
is like you don't actually really know.
Exactly.
It's like this weird Schrodinger's
so
cat
cool.
of
So cool.
Yeah.
And there are 5 DeLoreans in Hill
At the
Valley
end
at
of
one time.
Thank you.
Yeah. What other methods of divining are there? There's smoke stuff. Yo,
Ooh, interesting.
I didn't tell you about this.
What?
We got sage to burn when we first moved in here.
No way.
And
This is a smart move because this is an old building.
it's spooked the fuck out for sure.
You
I
just-
got to take you to the basement.
Yeah, you
It's
do.
so fucking haunted.
Yeah. Do you do some smudging though?
So we lit it on fire. And I was walking around. Sage fucking stinks. I did it for like 45 seconds.
Yeah.
I was like, no, we cannot.
I'd
And
rather
then
be
our
haunted.
house stunk for like 3 days.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome. You think it smells bad to you? Imagine what ghosts smell.
Oh fuck!
Because ghosts
When you
can't
lose
touch
all
it.
when you lose all your other senses,
Exactly.
your sense of smell gets so much stronger.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it smelled like a cross between mint
Okay.
and weed.
Whoa.
It was very strong.
Interesting.
And I was like very worried that like our neighbors would be like,
Hey.
"What? I can,
Your
can I
dank
come-"
is a little too dank.
Yeah. It was crazy. It stunk bad.
Do you still have it? Or wait, what do you do? What do you do with sage when it's done? I feel like I have the same question with like Bibles. Like, what do you do with a Bible when you don't want it?
We burned like a quarter of an inch worth
yeah.
and put it out and threw it out because it was so smelly.
So sage itself isn't inherently like holy or anything. It's just it's a tool. I don't know if you could even speak to that.
Fucking no. I mean, we just did it because we thought it would be fun.
What's some other
Well,
ways?
there is like burning stuff. I wish that.
Yeah, like seeing visions in the smoke.
Yeah.
At least that wasn't Pocahontas. I don't know if that's a real thing or not.
It seems like an ancient Greek thing too. Like you do a bunch of drugs, go up on a mountain,
Yeah,
burn
like
some
the Temple of
oils or
Athena.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish when I was younger, I was, of course, pretty into incense,
Mm-hmm.
and I the idea is still like neat to me because I like stuff that smells good. I like aromatic candles,
Yeah.
but I feel like the incense just has like
There's a dirtiness to it.
there is a dirtiness to it. It's like
Filmy.
filmy,
Yeah.
And it's also got like a very specific connotation
Yeah.
that I'm not about.
Yeah, exactly. Like if like you're smoking weed and you have incense.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, I smoke weed, but it's cool because I got this lavender flavored incense. Like,
Well, it
no.
smells like weed and
and lavender
incense.
and yeah,
Yeah.
and all your
that-
walls are yellow.
And that's the thing is like I'm not. Look, I don't hide my kush stank, you know. So, I just want to be able to burn the incense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a whole thing, and it's too strong usually. I get headaches very easily. And it's
You need what you need is like a candle that smells like an incense and use a diffuser.
like a patchouli candle.
Yeah, I guess.
Patchouli, I like the smell of patchouli. If you've got some just light incense recommendations, just not a strong smell, a light odor that won't give me a migraine, tweet at us at dilettanteball, DILETTANTEBALL, hashtag incense SCENTS.
What if you got because don't some incenses have like specific medicinal sort of like properties?
Well, yeah, there's sex on the beach.
Buttery nipple, Long Island iced tea. Yeah, I know about these. I do the incense. What if you got an incense that mitigated migraines?
Whoa.
Yeah. But it would just end up smelling like nothing because it would cancel itself out, you know?
Yeah, I don't
This
know.
one smells like clear.
It smells like water.
Yeah, I can't place it, but it smells like water.
Yeah, that's what water smells like. Isn't it weird that to us, general air is odorless, but it's not actually odorless.
Right.
That's just what we smell all the time.
Yes.
So it's what we assume
Air.
odorlessness smells like.
It's weird how human bodies can adapt to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you get on a train and the train smells like piss, like after 30 seconds you don't smell it, which is kind of like, I don't love that. I wish
but
I
it's
kind of
nice. It's nice when you're on a train car that smells like piss, though.
yeah. It's a little, it's a double-edged sword because like
Yeah.
on the one hand it's like, oh, it doesn't smell like anything, and the other hand it's like, well, that means I've just got used to piss air, which is the name of my new punk band.
Smell you later.
We're piss air. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.